trades that ESPN wants to see happen in the NFL, including one that's going to make Lions fans very mad. Let's get after it.
We won't do that one first, okay? Let's settle in here a little bit. These are always fun this time of year, and we need football to talk about, right? So the Jets get their QB1. The Jets get Kyler Murray and a 6th-round pick in 2026. The Cardinals get a 4th-round pick in 2026.
And the question is, do we want to see this trade happen?
Yes.
Yeah. It's interesting, right? Kyler to the Jets, they don't have to put the pressure on a rookie quarterback right away, and it's a buy low as you're ever going to get in the NFL.
Look, it's never a good sign when 5 years into a player's career, you don't know if he's a hit or a bust. That tells me that you're probably a bust because it's either a definitive yes or a definitive no, right?
Yep.
And Kyler Murray at this point is a no. Why do the Jets want another no? Is it interesting? Yeah. So to your point, Jim, yeah, we like interesting.
The New York
Does it
media
help
market?
the Jets?
Oh, it's
probably
great.
not.
But this is
Think about all the roller coaster jokes they're going to make in the New York media.
But this is kind of like look at what Sam Darnold did. He was the
Cast off.
the guy that didn't do what you
Good point.
what you would say. But look, trying to copycat Sam Darnold probably is a dangerous thing. All right, now it's time to get Lions fans mad. Raiders-Bears tackle needs. The Raiders get DJ Moore and a 1st-round pick. The Bears get Max Crosby and a 5th-round pick.
This is the end of me. This, to me, is the punchki to the gut. I can't do it. And this gets the Bears absolutely to the next level. I think this trade gets the Bears to the Super Bowl. I can't figure out for the life of me why Ben Jansen is kind of phasing out DJ Moore. Like, why is he the 3rd best receiver? I thought he could be the best of the bunch. Max Crosby is the game changer for them that I think everyone wants to be the game changer for us here in Detroit. Please say it ain't so, Jim.
I don't want to see it happen, but it makes a lot of sense, doesn't it? Raiders get a receiver and a 1st-round pick for an aging player that doesn't make sense on their timeline. Bears round out their team with the biggest need they have. They get bookends with Sweat, who Lions didn't trade for a couple years ago at the deadline. They get to pair those two guys up as the first-place team. No, I don't want to see this happen.
I don't think this would happen, though. To me, the Raiders need to require like 2 firsts. It starts with 2 firsts. Why would I want DJ Moore? Yeah, do they have a receiver need? Sure, but he's aging. Why wouldn't you hold out for 2 firsts before you would ever explore this?
That was exactly my point. Like, I thought for only 1 first, I would think you might need a little bit better player than that.
Exactly. All right, the Browns shore up their offensive line. They get offensive tackle Walker Little and a 7th-round pick. The Jags get a 5th-round pick.
This is like barely a transaction wire. Can we just move on? Do you have thoughts on this?
No, none whatsoever.
Okay, move on.
Is this even a ripple?
Yeah.
Well, wouldn't you do this if you're the Lions, if Decker retires, and then move Sewell to left?
Sure.
And then you got bookend tackles. All right. The Bills finally get their their wide receiver number 1. They get Brian Thomas Jr. and a 5th-round pick. The Jags get Keon Coleman and a 1st-round pick.
Keon Coleman has been beyond a disaster. Have you ever seen ownership going at a draft pick? Okay.
While he's still there.
Let alone one that happened quite recently. I love this for Buffalo. They desperately need them. They have wasted Josh Allen up until this point. This is a big plus for them.
Yeah, it makes all the sense in the world for Buffalo. They got to get one more piece, one step closer. You have to win a Super Bowl while you have Josh Allen, and they have a glaring need at wide receiver 1.
Okay, can we do my version of fake trades really quick?
Yeah.
The trade I want to see the Bills make is to get Justin Jefferson. Get him out of the division, but I also would love to see Justin Jefferson with Josh Allen.
What's the price tag on that, though?
To me, it's probably a 1st and a 3rd.
What?
Like multiple ones.
No, easily multiple ones.
You think so?
I would think so. What did Diggs go for when they traded for him out of Minnesota?
Off the top of my head,
It's
no
more than
remember.
that. Whatever it was, it's more than that.
Well, if I were the Bills, I'd do 2 firsts then.
Yeah.
To me, this is the all-in move for them to make to get Josh Allen, one of the best receivers in football. All right, next one. Colts save on the cap. Panthers jumpstart their offense. The Panthers get Michael Pittman Jr. and a 7th-round pick. The Colts get Xavier Legette and a 5th-round pick.
See, I'm not quite sure why the Colts are doing this. Pittman's a productive receiver for them just to swap day 3 picks. I'm keeping the better football player.
Right. Why do you want to get worse at a key position in this trade?
Especially while your quarterback situation is up in the air.
Xavier Legette has all of the physical tools. He hasn't put it all together in Carolina. I covered him down there. I thought he was going to be a much better player than he has been because of the physical tools.
All right, next one, and this might be a little sneaky dangerous for Lions fans. The Vikings find QB room insurance. They get Mac Jones and a third-round pick. The 49ers get a pick in the draft next year, second-round pick, fifth-rounder in 2027, third-rounder in 2028.
Ooh, that's steep, isn't it? Second and a third. When's the last time you saw that for a backup QB? However, there are some Sam Darnold-esque feelings about Mac Jones, are they not?
Yep. It feels like they're doing the same thing again here. Little apprenticeship in the Shanahan system, get the ball out and distribute it. Yeah, this feels like they're trying to make up for their blunder with Sam Darnold, and I think it makes sense for them.
Their blunder with Sam Darnold, their blunder with J.J. McCarthy. Because in a Kevin O'Connell system, you can win a lot of games with a QB who just doesn't screw it up.
Sure.
Here we go again, like the Jets looking for a QB again another year later. The Steelers are also. They get Tanner McKee. The Eagles get a 2026 third-round pick, 2027 third-round pick.
For an unproven player?
John's big on Tanner.
I know he loved him coming out of the draft. Stanford kid, got the size, looks the part. That's the Steelers starting quarterback next season? Just admit you're rebuilding then, right?
Oh, boy.
For a franchise that doesn't want to admit they're rebuilding, what the hell is this?
Well, instead of giving up capital, you just do a full rebuild.
Right, that's what I'm saying. At that point, keep your picks, re-roll with a brand new rookie quarterback. But you hired a coach who's not going to rebuild, and it's an organization that refuses to rebuild. So, no, this doesn't make any sense.
I would love to see the Lions better address their backup quarterback. So I'm irritated that all these other teams are prioritizing that position.
All right, the Broncos get aggressive in their passing game. They get A.J. Brown in a fifth-round pick. The Eagles get Riley Moss, cornerback, second-round pick in 2026, fifth-round pick 2027.
I need to see where A.J. Brown's head's at because up until this point, I view him as kind of a malcontent. I can't have the drama that he creates when he has one game where he doesn't get 8 targets in the middle of the season. If his head is on right, this could be the move that gets Denver to the next level, but that is a massive if, Jim.
4 straight seasons of 1,000 yards for A.J. Brown, including last year, but you wouldn't know it because it was suddenly a problem that he was only a 1,000-yard receiver, the number one target of a reigning Super Bowl champ. I get wanting to move on from a break clean slate, but this is selling low. I don't think I'm selling low and doing this deal.
I find this one a little spicy because it's the Ravens and Giants making a trade. So John Harbaugh's trading this old team. The Ravens get Kayvon Thibodeau. The Giants get a fourth-round pick in next year's draft.
This is so Ravens, and I hate it because of that, but I love it for them.
Yeah.
Because they're the team that's going to make Kayvon Thibodeau the Pro Bowler he should well be. The dysfunction in New York, how many players is that affecting? This is exactly the kind of trade they would make. Great addition to this article. And, boy, I would love this trade for the Lions, wouldn't you?
I was just going to say, can we do this deal? Fourth-round pick for a former, top 5 selection with NFL bend and unlocked a potential that has yet to be unlocked? I'd do this deal for Detroit. Okay. Of course the Ravens would get this
on
deal.
top of this, always.
Last one, and I think this one sneakily could really hurt the Lions. The Rams get Trent McDuffie in a fifth-round pick. The Chiefs get the first of the Rams' 2 picks in the upcoming draft, which would give the Chiefs 2 picks in the top 13.
So this one looks weird on the surface because why is Kansas City, who just missed the playoffs, going to trade one of its best defensive players while they should be chasing a championship with Patrick Mahomes? The answer is their cap is a disaster. They don't pay corners, so that's why they would do this deal. But yes, the Rams are the big winner in all of this. That's a big weakness, maybe the only weakness on their roster, and they become the prohibitive favorites in the NFC if they make this move.
Do you like this move also for the Lions? Would you make this move? In a heartbeat, I would, Jim. Heartbeat. No, come on.
No.
You've got to make this move. How much better does this make you?
It makes them better, but I got to pay Trent McDuffie.
Yes.
Cap space is dwindling, and I have bigger fish to fry than the corner position.
Do you?
Yeah, I got to replace both offensive and defensive lines.
Who was the good corner on the team last year?
I understand your point. I understand.
But that's the problem with that one, Mark, is that you're chasing your mistakes.
Yep.
Arnold and Rakestraw are killing. Those picks are killing this team right now. Can't do that. Don't chase it.
Well, you've gotten very little out of the last 2 drafts. Incredibly problematic.
Yep. There you go. Fake trades. ESPN wants to see them happen. Do you? We are going to get into that Max Crosby situation. Get to that next 97.1.